Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is July 6th, and right now we're looking at the visible satellite imagery. This is the GOES 18, and you can see the marine layer pushed into some of Southern California along some of the coastal areas. But I want to back this up to yesterday and kind of show you as we go through the day yesterday. Look at what I believe is the lake fire here down across some of Southern California near Point Conception there across the higher terrain. Look at that hot spot there as we went through the sunset hours and overnight. You can kind of see the hot spot still going on. Now we emerge back into this morning here, and you can see the smoke being produced by that fire out there. So, and it's scheduled to, continue to produce smoke out here. And we've got fires ongoing across a lot of the state, but you can see that is the biggest one. At least it's the one showing the most here on the GOES 18 satellite imagery. So that is right there, the lake fire, and about 5,000 acres now. And you can see at least we're not dealing with any fatalities so far this year, but we still have the fire activity out here, and things are quite dry. And of course, we're going through a major, in some places, a historic heat wave here. So we're going to continue with this fire danger. And I want to show you the smoke potential here. This is the high resolution rapid refresh. This one is the 12Z run. And if I scroll through the day today, you can see the smoke that is forecast to be produced by this fire kind of drifting all over the place there. So yeah, if you're wondering where that smoke is coming from there, and you're across some of, Santa Barbara out there, Ventura County, and you're smelling that smoke up across some of the central coast as well, that is the reason for it, because that lake fire there is supposed to be producing that smoke all the way on in through. This is about Sunday night here, continuing to produce pretty good amounts of smoke. So yeah, heads up for that. And if we take a look here at the visible, you can kind of go over the last night as well. You can see the smoke being produced. You see the hot spot there on the GOES 18, and then again you see that smoke being produced as we go through this morning here with the marine layer across Southern California and up the coastal areas towards the Bay Area as well. And of course, if you get towards the interior, you get out into that nice sunshine. Not too nice still when you're dealing with these temperatures here, because look at the west coast, just looks like some kind of pink fruitcake deal going on here. We got red flag warnings, excessive heat warnings, excessive heat watch, heat advisories all over the place, from Washington to Idaho, Oregon, Nevada, California, and western portions of Arizona, and on in through Utah as well here. So yeah, you can definitely tell where the brunt of this heat is hitting the lower 48 states, no doubt. And heads up, anyone going out to the beach here, there are some rip current potential. There is some rip current potential out there, some strong currents, longshore currents, powerful surf. So heads up, swim around a lifeguard here and just kind of keep your wits about you there when you're out on the beaches if you're trying to escape the heat from the interior locations. San Diego, California, National Weather Service. Of course, the coastal area is a bit cooler, as is usually the case. Palm Springs at an all-time record high temperature, not just daily high, but all-time temperature yesterday, 124 degrees here, and we're supposed to be over 120 for at least the next few days for Palm Springs. You can see that temperature really ramping up there once you get east of the mountains. But look at San Bernardino, 107, and you can see San Diego even checking in at 79 here. Nice comfortable temperatures along the coast. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station to record all this crazy weather we get, or at least plot your temperatures and have it build its own forecast for you, click on that link down below to save 10% off. Highly recommend this one. You don't even have to open the app to be able to see the temperature on your smartphone there. So taking a look at the GFS for Palm Springs, look at these temperatures. I mean, it's talking about 120 degrees all the way through Thursday. Then we've got that slow, steady relief here, still plenty warm here. But the excessive putrid heat as we go through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The only good news is that it's not that humid, but it's still excessively hot out there. And these overnight lows aren't providing much relief. Now look at Phoenix. Daily record highs could be falling upcoming here. You can see for today, forecast to be right at that record high, and then as we go through the 7th, the 8th, we're supposed to beat it there as we go through, I believe, what is that, Monday. 117 is the forecast high. The old record there would be 115, set back in 1985, and that goes on through July 9th. And again, for El Centro and Yuma as well, could be some daily record highs falling over the next few days. Similar here with the Las Vegas National Weather Service. Look at the forecast high today. It's supposed to be an all-time daily record high for Death Valley, an incredible 128 degrees here. You see Laughlin, Lake Havasu City, and Pahrump, and Las Vegas getting close to some record highs as well. And now taking a look at the daily 2-meter max temperature, this is for today. And then, you don't need me to tell you that these temperatures are exceedingly hot. You can see Death Valley again kind of topping out. You can see the max down there, 128. That is for Death Valley. And if we scroll on in through tomorrow, we get maybe a little bit of relief for some of the valley areas, but still just incredibly hot here across the region. And it's going to remain that way probably towards the end of the week. And eventually starting to get some of this heat relief here as we go through the weekend coming up. It's still pretty warm here across much of the region. Taking a look at the 2-meter temperature anomaly here, this is a 5-day running average. This is not cherry picked. You can clearly see how the west coast is just absolutely baking here. And I'm going to scroll through here as we go on in. What is this, the July 8th through the 13th time frame here. You can see this heat kind of hanging out with us, but maybe reducing in its extent and just how excessive it is here as we go towards the upcoming weekend. We'll be breaking that down day by day. And I wanted to take a 2-week look out in the future here on the European artificial intelligence, total precipitation in inches. And as I scroll through here, a lot of this is just noise along the coastline. Maybe we'll have a day where we get a thunderstorm as we go through this upcoming week there across the Sierra Nevada. But you can see not much monsoon moisture here scheduled for California. We do get a little bit back up here into Arizona and New Mexico and some of Utah here. And you can, of course, see monsoon season across the Sierra Madre here across portions of Mexico. So yeah, not expecting much precipitation over the next 2 weeks for the state of California. Wish I had better news on that front for you. But anyway, at least keeping the lightning away should help with some of the fire starts. Now, we had our tropical system out here. That has since dissipated. It was not expected to bring any kind of impact across the southwest USA. Anyway, there is Beryl, Tropical Storm Beryl. This is forecast to become a hurricane again before it makes landfall. And the forecast track has really moved north. If you've been watching the channel a couple days ago, it was showing it moving into northern Mexico here, just south of Texas. Now it's showing it just flush right into the Texas coastline here. And you can see storm, and then by the time we get towards Sunday night, looks like it should be a hurricane. And these can be really wicked because they can go through rapid intensification here as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And then you're dealing with a pretty significant storm right off the coastline here, and hopefully it doesn't hang up and become slow moving where it just could cause some catastrophic flooding here for some of the coastal areas. And hurricanes can actually produce tornadoes as well. They're actually a tornado threat as this thing moves onshore with it also. So if you have friends and family across Texas there, heads up for that. And as you can see, none of this moisture is scheduled to move off towards the southwest portion of the USA, so that's not any impact here on the California Weather Watch channel. But if we take a look at that here, this is something where you can look at the precipitable water. There goes our old tropical system here across the eastern Pacific. It's not going to have any threat on us. There goes that hurricane, or sure, it should be a hurricane, to redevelop into Texas, but you can see none of that moisture is headed our way. So yeah, interesting stuff. Taking a look at the 6 to 10 day, and again, the west coast, that's no surprise. There's a below average for some of northern California and Nevada coming up here, and it shows this little bump of some of the monsoon moisture here, but I don't see any of that getting into California right now. And yeah, and anyway, just kind of keep your wits about you. Hope you guys are doing well, beating the heat out there. We'll continue to look and see some records fall for sure over the next few days. Watch out for that fire activity here, scrolling back and forth in the GOES 18 satellite imagery. There's that lake fire producing the smoke out there across Southern California. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.